This is the Lexus LC500H, an aggressively handsome slab of Japanese metal origami.
And wow, I can't take my eyes off it. From the athletic haunches all the way to the powerful and elegant front end. What a stunner.
But I sort of feel like I'm being superficial, and bouncing around my head are a couple of old cliches like beauty only being skin deep, or it's what's inside that counts. The H, of course, means this particular LC is the hybrid version. So is there possibly something substantive inside all this brain-sizzling gorgeousness?
Okay, so yes, we are actually literally inside, and it's pretty stunning in here. Almost as good looking as the outside.
Though this two-tone blue and orange color combination looks as though it was designed by a Florida Gator alum. It actually makes this particular example feel more overworked than it really is. Sometimes more is just more. But there's nothing but luxury as far as the arm can reach. Everything is soft and feels expensive.
The bucket seats are comfortable and feel really supportive. Now, I'm 5 feet 5 inches tall and kind of have the arms of a T-Rex, but the 500 is really adjustable and I fit pretty well.
Visibility isn't stellar, but at least there's a lot of really attractive blue suede on the C-pillar to look at when you turn around. Good thing there are a bevy of electronic unblinking eyes to warn you when a car's coming. Our tester features a touring package that includes leather seats, Alcantara trim and headliner, a heated steering wheel, and a Mark Levinson stereo with 13-speaker surround sound.
Though finding the equalizer on the not-so-intuitive infotainment system has been something of a challenge, so if you know where it is, give me a shout.
The touchpad that operates said infotainment system isn't my favorite part of the interior. I thought maybe spending more time in the car would help, but it's not precise and isn't something you want to mess around with while you're driving.
As far as the passenger cabin, you're kind of tucked into like a cocoon. It's almost like one of those private first-class seats that make you feel like you have your own room. I am intrigued by what these handles are for. I think it's for when Micah drives.
The back seats aren't really back seats. I mean, I can sit behind me, but anyone who has longer legs is going to have a problem. But hey, they're gorgeous. More beauty points.
Also, you lose about a half an inch of legroom compared to the V8 because the battery is wedged between the trunk and the back seat. So how about I get out of this non-seat and I get to the best seat in the house? The powertrain in the LC500H is, let's call it forward-thinking and a little unusual.
It's called a multi-stage hybrid, which is a 3.5-liter V6 with a couple of electric motors paired to 2 gearboxes. That's right, 2 separate transmissions working in tandem. One's a continuously variable transmission, and the other's a 4-speed automatic. The setup is designed to make the CVT feel, well, not like a CVT, meaning eliminating that rubber bandy RPM droning and making it feel as though it actually has graduated gears.
I applaud Lexus for the innovative tech, but unfortunately I think it's a little underdeveloped. Some of the shifts are smooth, some not so smooth, so what you end up with is a ride that feels a little muddled and kind of inconsistent.
Not ideal in a high-performance car. You certainly don't get those quick, sharp, silky shifts you get in the 10-speed transmission on the V8. Using the paddle shifters is a little better, but the throws are on the long side and the shifts are sometimes a bit delayed, so not smooth.
But it's got a top speed of 155 miles an hour, so there's still fun to be had. Just keep it legal.
Interestingly, despite the presence of an electronically controlled suspension, I don't notice much difference between chassis settings in Comfort versus Sport or Sport Plus modes when rolling over bumps.
In Sport Plus, I'd expect it to feel a lot firmer, but honestly, it doesn't feel that much different from Comfort. The only real noticeable difference is the throttle busts wide open, and that engine note becomes much more pronounced.
Unfortunately, unlike the delightful noise which emanates from the V8, the 500H engine produces more of a high, whiny, whirring sound. It's not stellar for a high-performance touring car that costs over $100 grand. Oh, just listen to that V8 sound, people. Sonorous. Around corners is where the beast comes out of this beauty, and the LC500H does its best work. There's minimal body roll, and it really feels solid and hugs the road.
Oh, that's nice.
With those electric motors sending instant torque to the rear wheels, the 500H really accelerates assertively coming out of curves.
Braking ability in the V8 is borderline stellar. But in the 500h, it's regenerative, so it still hybrid brakes. You put your foot on the pedal, there's a little bit of a lag or a stutter.
Once you put some muscle behind them, though, the 14-inch rears and almost 16-inch front calipers really get down to business. While the V8 makes 471 horsepower and has a top speed of 168 miles an hour, the hybrid only tops out at 354 horsepower. Even though the electric motor is unrated, that's a significant drop. By comparison, the BMW i8 makes 357 horsepower, but that car is 1,000 pounds lighter.
A touring car isn't exactly supposed to be live, but the Lexus LC 500 Hybrid, you guys, it weighs in at about 4,400 pounds. The V8, only about 100 pounds lighter. That's about the same weight as our Honda Pilot camera car. Yikes.
Still, the LC 500 goes 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, and the hybrid speedometer spins around that far in 4.7 seconds. Imagine what it could do if it went on a diet. Fuel economy is one place you might gain an advantage with the hybrid LC. Combined numbers clock in at 30 miles per gallon for the 500h compared to 19 for the V8. But if you're spending six figures on what's for all intents and purposes a two-seater, do you really care about saving money on gas? As I said earlier, the 500h comes with a cornucopia of safety features, including the Lexus Safety System, which includes pre-collision warnings, lane keep assist, lane departure alerts, and all-speed dynamic radar cruise control. The Lexus LC has a fair bit of trunk space. Certainly you can squeeze a couple of bags in here for a weekend trip. Pricing for the V8-powered LC 500 starts at almost $93,000, including destination charges, while the hybrid LC adds a $4,500 premium. Ka-chings on the register quickly mount with option packages like the $900 head-up display and could get most buyers into six figures quickly. There's a lot for Lexus to crow about with the LC 500 and 500h. And it's a good thing, since the competition includes notable names like the Mercedes SL, the Jaguar F-Type, and on the hybrid side, the BMW i8. The Lexus LC isn't just a luxurious grand tourer. It's a statement car for Lexus that wraps a lot of interesting tech into a ridiculously attractive package.
So it appears that there is some substance to the LC's Megatron style. Now, if I personally was buying one, well... so salty. How is that good for you?